thank you for joining us, Kelly. So as mentioned, Kelly's here with CNIB this morning. So Kelly will be sharing with us ways that you folks can get involved with CNIB. So Kelly, you can take it away. And if there's anything I can do in terms of sharing screen or anything, please just let me know.
Okay, I am just going to give a verbal presentation. I don't have anything, any PowerPoint set up for this. So I wanted to talk about some volunteer opportunities that are available through CNIB. So the CNIB also stands for Canadian National Institute for the Blind. We generally go by the acronym CNIB. So we work with people of all ages who have vision loss, right from birth until, I think we have a client who is 104. So we work with people of all ages with vision loss. We also work with your families, loved ones, things like that. So we have a variety of different programs and services available. The organization is split into two parts. We have vision loss rehab. Those are the services to get people back into work, get them accepting of their vision loss, get families accepting of their vision loss. Learn that just because you have vision loss, you can still do anything. And we also have the foundation, which is me. So I work with volunteers to arrange social and recreational programs for participants of CNIB. So one of the main programs that I am running and looking for a number of volunteers is our Vision Mate program. So the Vision Mate program is where a volunteer would meet with a client for 1 to 2 hours a week. Generally, it's 2 hours a week, and you're able to do that for a half hour 4 times a week, an hour twice a week, or 2 hours once a week. And sometimes the client has a particular task that they want the volunteer to help them with, such as grocery shopping. So if the client would like to go grocery shopping once a week, you could meet up with the client at Sobeys and go grocery shopping. And if that only takes half hour, 45 minutes, well, that's fine. You don't have to meet with the client anymore for the week if they don't need assistance with anything else. So some of the activities that our Vision Mates help out with is grocery shopping, as I mentioned. Sometimes clients want help going to the mall and doing some shopping, going to the gym, going out for coffee. They need help reading their mail, things like that. It's a very fun and interactive volunteer opportunity. It's not anything like home care. You would not do cooking, cleaning, administering of medication, nothing like that. You would just meet with the client on a weekly basis and do activities. So for the Vision Mate position, there is a screening involved. So I would ask you to call me for a conversation so I can get to know you and have a chat. I would need you to fill out the volunteer interest form on www.cnib.ca. And I would need you to fill out an orientation form. Then I would get you to get a police records check completed for me. I do have a form so that you can get this check done for free. And then I would match you with a person who has similar interests to you. So if you're the type of person that likes shopping, and I have a client who wants someone to help them with shopping, then that would be the best match. I would also look at geographically. So if you live in the downtown St. John's area and I have a client in that area looking for a Vision Mate, there we go. That would be the best match. So There are a number of steps involved, but it doesn't take too long to do. And I assure you the process is not a lengthy one. And so we like to keep track of all of our volunteers and the work they've been doing. So on a monthly basis, I would send you an email and ask you to send me in how many times or how many hours you worked with your Vision Mate match for the month. So say generally it's 10 hours a month. So if you work with them twice a week for 2 hours or twice a week for an hour, that's 2 hours a week, and 4 to 5 weeks. Um, but maybe you didn't have time to meet with them that often. So you might have only worked, say, 6 hours. That's fine as well. So people, if they are going to have to miss one scheduled meeting, they can let the client they're working with know. But if they are going to miss more than one meeting, they have to let both me and the person they're working with know about this. It's a very flexible position. So even though it's 2 hours a week or a half hour 4 times a week or an hour twice a week, you do it on a time that works for both you and the client that you're matched with. So if you're only available on Saturday after lunch and Sunday mornings, well, you could either do an hour both of those days or 2 hours one of those days. But as long as that time works for both you and the person you're matched with, that's that's the key. So if, as I mentioned, if you're interested in volunteering, you could go in on the CNIB website and fill out a volunteer interest form. I would get that as long as your region is selected to Newfoundland. And or you can email me directly at kelly.pico@cnib.ca and I can send you the information. So that's about it for my presentation. There are several other volunteer opportunities available. So if you would like to contact me at another time to talk about those, you can certainly do that. You can email me to set up a time. And if anyone has any questions, you can ask them or send them to me by email.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So one question is, what is the general time commitment for this role?
So it's 2 hours a week, and generally we say 6 months.
Wonderful. So then after that 6 months, do folks have to reapply or would they be able to continue on with the program?
No. They can just continue on with the program, but the minimum would be 6 months. We have done less than that if someone is looking for a vision mate volunteer while their current volunteer is away for school or work purposes. We've done that as well, but generally we recommend 6 months for the least amount of time commitment.
Wonderful. Thank you. Another question that we have here is one volunteer matched with one client or more than one client?
Just one client. We do have a virtual vision mate option, which is only started since the pandemic. So that would be where you would call a client each week, but that is 3 clients. But when you're doing the regular vision mate program, we only match you with one person.
Wonderful. Thank you. Is it possible to get involved from anywhere, or are you specifically looking for volunteers within the St. John's region?
No, we have people right across the province that are looking for Vision Mate volunteers. So if you have friends in any other regions of Newfoundland, they can get in contact me. And if there is a client in that area that is looking for a Vision Mate, that would be excellent.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing. So it appears that that might be all the questions that we have from the audience. We have 4 minutes left, so I'm just wondering if there's any last minute pieces of information that you would like to share with folks before we end here today.
No, so as I said, we do have a number of other volunteer opportunities within the organization. Right now, everything is pretty well virtual, and the virtual vision bank program is an option. So if you are interested in that, I would pass along 3 client names and phone numbers that you could get in contact with on a weekly basis. And you would just have a friendly conversation with those 3 people. You would check in and see if they're in need of any food, medications, essential household items. And you would then report back to me. And if they are, I would find a means of getting them those materials. Um, so, as I mentioned, if anyone has any further questions or are interested, please email me at kelly.pico@cnib.ca.
Just confirming, kelly.pico@cnib.ca.
Yes.
Wonderful. I put that in the chat function there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Kelly, for joining today. It has been absolutely wonderful hearing more about this program. And we have had tons of questions coming in through the chat there. So hopefully that means you'll have some folks who are interested.